Good morning. How are you on this fine, what's today? Wednesday, August? What is this, the 20th? The 20th? And it's been over maybe about 2 months since I've gone live. So we're already struggle streaming already. Let's see if this is still going. Okay, cool. What is up? It is, like I said, Wednesday morning, and I'm getting ready to walk on this treadmill. But first, coffee. I tried to tag this coffee cup into the, where you can attach your products or whatever, but for some reason it's not registering. Hence why this struggle streaming is happening already. It's just kind of one of those days already. But I looked back on my live and saw that I haven't gone live since May 23rd. I'm sorry about that. Well, I don't know if I'm really sorry about it or not. It's just what happens is what happens. But I gotta get on this treadmill. Gotta get on this treadmill to walk it out. And I gotta tell you about this Indeed scam fell victim to. I fell victim to an Indeed scam, and I'm gonna tell you what I lost. Something so valuable. But the reason why you're not seeing me in the screen right now, because I'm still getting set up. This is me. We're all on live. How are you this morning? Let me go ahead and finish getting set up. Hopefully you can hear me correctly. And you may see a couple little things kind of just swirling off or whatever. Oh, also, this is brought to you by Breather Fit, my sponsor. This helps just get your lungs primed up for a run or any type of functional training activity. Boom, you can use my code FitBreathe. Everything's in the description. So here's what it looks like. Like so. You got your settings. You got our settings on here. And I got mine on 3 on the exhale, and on the inhale. I got it on 5. So take 3 deep breaths and 3 controlled exhale. So now this is called respiratory training. This is a RMT device. So what this causes you to do is just get your lungs just primed up, so you won't necessarily be too out of breath when you're running. It'll simulate breathing in a high altitude just for a bit. But we're going to get this started. Let's go ahead and get this tripod all the way set up. And I'm going to get some more of my family in here. I know you haven't seen this notification go off in quite some time that Christian is alive, but I'm here now. So just bear with me. And for those who have frequent my lives, what am I doing? What am I doing? I am on a treadmill. And for those who know what I've been going through, know that I've been dealing with this plantar fasciitis for a while, and I've been feeling better. I've been feeling better to a point to where I can get on this treadmill. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna walk and talk, because I got to get this off of my mind. I got to get this off of my chest, and we're gonna walk while we do it. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Going to get our Apple Watch started, because you know workouts don't count unless you use your Apple Watch. So I'm thinking about 20 or 30 minutes. We'll go for an indoor walk. If you got a Apple Watch, let me know what your ID is. I'll add you to mine. So we just walking, indoor walk. Cool. So now let's go ahead and hit quick start, so I can tell you about this Indeed job scam, man. If you look in the description, I wrote a blog post about it. I was kind of embarrassed for a little bit because it happened to me. I was just so excited. I was so excited to, get a response. Get a response. I don't know, you're probably wondering, I'm like, why are you even applying? Why are you even applying for a job? And I'm gonna tell you a little bit more, but first, coffee. All right. So, where's my remote? I'll go ahead and turn on YouTube while I'm at it. But let's go ahead and just get right to the point. Personal training I've seen better days. As you know, I'm a personal trainer. I'm training out of my home. Also train at Gold's Gym. And just the seasons of clientele, acquisition and retention, it's too up and down. It's so up and down that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna need a job. Things just did not pan out the way I thought they were going to pan out, from the monetization of content to just getting enough clients so I can sustain myself to figure out what else I need to do. Also, what I also offer my clientele is meal prep. So I've done all these different auxiliary things to try to, increase clientele or whatever. And, there's a lot of stuff going on in the country right now. So I don't never take it personal per se. I don't take it personal per se, but it's got to deal with the personal. It's got to deal with my finances, my ability to provide for my family, my ability to provide for myself, right? So things haven't been going the way I wanted them to go. So I'm like, I got to get a job, right? So I go on Indeed, right? Go on Indeed, and I'm applying for like these social media marketing positions, right? Kind of doing the same thing I'm doing right now, like going live on YouTube, keyword research, SEO content, those type of things. That's the kind of job I was looking for, a remote job, right? So I'm on Indeed, applying for jobs. About 2 weeks ago, maybe about Thursday, I finally heard something back. From a company, Sweet Harvest Foods, right? So when I heard back from them, they were like, you know what, we want to do an interview. And I'm like, all right, cool. And when I did the interview, it was a phone interview. And I was surprised by it because they wanted it right then and there. They wanted to do the interview right then and there. And I had a phone call earlier that day, a text message earlier that day from another company. I wanted to do a job interview right then and there, but I couldn't because I was in the middle of a client session, or I was getting ready to walk into one. So with that being said, I didn't want to miss this opportunity again, so I took the phone interview. So the phone interview went by pretty good. I had my eyebrows raised at it because some things I kind of was paying attention to that I caught, that I didn't, I ain't really like. But that's just my own suspicion, my own paranoia. And I'm green to all of it. I haven't had to put an application in over 5 years. Haven't had to research to get a job or anything like that. I've been personal training. Things have been going good. They have been going good, but this is just a different season, a different climate. So hence why I'm looking for a job, and I'm totally green. I don't know what to look out for and what not to look out for, right? So the interview went by pretty good. Like I said, I had my eyebrow raised. I was answering questions that they were asking, but they just kept cutting me off as I was answering the question, right? And I'm like, why is that? I don't know why, right? So that raised a red flag. But I'm like, you know what? Don't be too paranoid. Just let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So the interview was done, and they said, you know what, this interview on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, you're at a 9.5. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got this job. I got it. And they said, you know what? Let's reconvene for Monday, and we'll let you know if you got the job or not. All right. So hung up the phone and immediately went to Microsoft Teams. All right. Microsoft Teams was and is an app, or the app, the recruiter wanted me to download and install so I can communicate with them. This person, his name Amanda. So Amanda was my contact person to get everything, set up. We're texting at first, got everything set up, hence the Friday job application, or job interview, the job interview, the phone interview. And that was my first time ever having a phone interview like that, per se. So the interview goes by good. After I'm done with that, start messaging Amanda again, like, hey, the interview went by good, and she reconfirmed, come Monday, we'll let you know either way you got the job or not. I'm like, cool beans. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, celebrated, right? Went out to eat, took family out to eat, celebrated, cool. Because I'm like, man, I got this job. It's going to put me in a better financial place to where I can make sure my bills are paid and make sure I'm secure, right? Because contrary to popular belief, unless you really, really have a product, what I'm saying, really, really have a product, like maybe a protein line, maybe a coffee cup, or something to where it's really tangible. I wouldn't even say, coffee cup, because I'm not here to exclusively sell coffee cups. This is just, just merch. You know what I mean? Just, that's cool. But unless you actually have like a product to sell, as far as in personal training, it's just more challenging to get farther ahead, right? No doubt you can sell personal training packages and online coaching and things like that. And there are those who've had success at it. I just haven't. So leave it right there. So come Monday, I'm messaging Amanda on Microsoft Teams, and I said, well, what is the update on this job? And so she said, well, you should be getting a call here in a little bit. I'm like, okay. So 10 minutes goes by, I get a phone call. Same phone number from Friday. It's a Texas number, all right? And I'm talking to the recruiter, or the person who conducted my job interview Friday. And he started asking me questions like I'm in the interview still. And I'm like, why are you asking me questions as if we didn't have this same conversation Friday, right? So that threw me off right there. That was a red flag. So I'm like, okay, cool. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I got your file right here. I'm letting you know you got the job. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And we're going to send you over some information so you can submit your information, right? To get everything started. The job starts off at like 36 an hour, or what may have you. We're going to train for the first 2 weeks, getting everything all accustomed and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. So Amanda messages me on Microsoft Teams, right? She messaged me, and attached is two PDF forms so I can fill out and send back. One was, these are the, terms and agreements. And the other one was to fill out my banking information, right? My direct deposit, routing number, all of that. So I'm green, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, cool. So at the same time, when I get that message from Amanda on Microsoft Teams, Amanda also emails me just as well too on my Gmail account. Same thing. So I'm like, okay. So back on Microsoft Teams, Amanda says, fill out everything and message me back here. Send it here on Microsoft Teams. And I'm like, all right, okay. So downloaded the PDF forms, filled out my banking account information, my routing information. But on that form, something else popped up, and I'm like, another red flag being raised. So it said, we have the right to withdraw money from your account if we overpay you. Now, for those who know me, in my past life, I was a general manager at Papa Murphy's Pizza. I did that from, I think I was 22 until I was maybe about 26, somewhere around there. So I'm very familiar with direct deposit forms and everything like that. But even still, my goofy self still filled out all the information after I see that. Didn't necessarily question it. So got everything all filled out. Emailed it back to Amanda from my Gmail account. Now here's where everything gets fishy. The email bounced back. The email came back to me and said it's undeliverable, right? This email is undeliverable. This email address does not exist. And I'm like, how? They literally just sent this. I'm like, why is that? So I go on Microsoft Teams, message Amanda, and I said, why does the email come back as undeliverable? And she said, oh, we're having technical difficulties with our email addresses and things like that. This is a temporary one. And I'm like, So you know how you go back into your email and you can look at the email address from the sender, right? And it said Amanda at Sweet Harvest Food, not Harvest. Harvest, not Harvest. And I said, what? All right, something's fishy going on. So me and Amanda are messaging back. I'm like, I'm not understanding how your work email address has an issue to a point where it's not corrected. Now I know, I don't know everything, but I do know about email addresses from company email addresses, right? Those are all acquired in the beginning, and you have someone reserved. So the next time you have a hire, you can put that person and say, Christian at sweetharvestfoods.com, whatever, right? So since I didn't see that, now everything is going off. Everything is going off. All the red flags. Everything that I kept looking at to begin with, but failed to adjust, right? That's the word, adjust. I failed to adjust and take heed. So now I call my friend, Ms. Robbins. So shout out to Robbins Nest Radio. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to her channel. I said, Ms. Robbins, can you call this number and see what this person says? So I gave her the number to the phone interview number that, again, that Texas number that came up, right? As far as the one I've been speaking to. And they were from a Texas number, right? So I said, call and see what he says. Calls me back. She said, he sounds like he's in the basement. Sounds like he's in the boiler room. He sounds very shifty. He sounds like this could be a scam. And now I'm pissed. Now I just feel so just vulnerable at this time. So I'm like, all right, I'll call back. I call the number. I call the Texas number, right? And I let it ring, ring, ring. And he picks up. And here's where everything gets messed up. Even more. So prior to that, before I called him, I'm like, let me go to the actual company of Sweet Harvest Foods. SweetHarvestFoods.com. Went to the official website. So I'm looking at all these names of who's on the board to, part of their marketing team or whatever. All right, we're going up to 5.0. My feet feel better. I may pay for it later, but you got to do it right now. But anyway, No person on that official website matched this Amanda Weber character. All right. So my pissed off level is going from up. All right. So nobody on that contact list matches who I'm talking to. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then this whole time, I'm like, I never got the full name of the person who I was talking to on the phone. So now I'm just feeling all types of messed up. So going back to the phone call, the Texas number, called them back, and they answered the phone. Guess what they said? Hello. That's how they answered the phone. If you're a real company, and I'll call you, the last option, the very last option of greetings should be hello, and that's it. It should be, hello, this is such and such from sweetharvestfoods.com, whatever. None of that. So I'm like, who am I talking to? And he said his name was John Rizowit, right? Now, John Rizowit, I believe that's his last name. He was actually on the company's website as one of the contact people, he's like marketing or whatever. But John Rizowit is white. The person who I'm talking to on the phone and who I have been talking to on the phone since Friday is African. This person has an African dialect, African strong African dialect, strong African, just dialect. And it goes back to, again, remember when I said they kept cutting me off every time I was talking. And I don't know if that's part of their culture, what they do, but I hate being cut off when I'm talking. If I give you time to talk, I don't interrupt, just reflect that. I was watching that Amanda Seales versus 20 conservatives the other day, and I kept seeing that. They kept cutting her off. I just hate it. And I hate it in any interview that I'm watching. But anyway, I said, who is this? I said, what is your name? We said, John Rizowit. And in my head, I'm like, you lying. And I said, what company you work for? And then he's like, well, who is this? I said, what company do you work for? Hung up the phone. So Amanda messaged me back on Microsoft Teams and says, are you going to send over that information through here? And I said, once I confirm you are who you are, then I will send the information. But I can't confirm you are who you are. So until then, so I get it figured out, no more communication. So I go back to the official sweetharvestfoods.com website. Go back to there, sweetharvestfoods.com, and sends them a message. I send them a message through their contact form. And I got a message back because the message was, do these people, does this person and these people work for your company? And I sent them screenshots of everything that I had and everything like that. And I got an email back maybe about 20, 30 minutes later and said, no, these people do not represent our company. And this is a way where people fish and scam for information as like your banking account information. And if you fall victim to it, here's the contact for the FBI. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I lost it. I lost it in my mind because it just felt so gullible, felt so exposed. And here's what I lost. Time. I just lost time. From Friday to Monday, I stopped putting in applications, stopped answering questions or emails or whatever the case may be. And it's crazy that once you get something, then that's when everybody wants to start messaging you or whatever. I got like 3 or 4 of them, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I got something. Again, wasn't the best of moves. But I do thank God that that email did bounce back because the money that I did have in my account could have been wiped out. So I'm thankful for that. And more and more people I talk to about it, the more and more they say Indeed should be screening these people to see if they're really legit or not. I honestly really didn't know. It's something that I look out for a little bit more now because I'm still putting in applications and I'm back to square one, but I felt so small. I felt so weak because I wanted something so bad. And then when I got it, it was the mere thought of it, and I was deceived. And I hate that because I'm like, why didn't I see it? All the red flags, I kept looking at everything, but I'm like, just ignore it. You know, you see something that says, oh, we got the right to take out money in your account when we want to, and I still submitted the information. You know what I'm saying? We're at 21 minutes, and I still submitted the information, and I just felt super silly. I just felt super silly because I wanted something so bad, and I had the blinders on because that's all I saw. All I saw was alleviation. All I saw was alleviation from the financial issues I'm going through, you know, right now. And I just saw a way out. And I wanted it so bad, and it just didn't pan out. And I was down. I was down for a couple of days, and I'm cool now because I wrote about it first. So in the description, you can look at the official blog post, and there you can see the actual screenshots from this so-called Amanda and this so-called John Rezowitz. And it was just a scam. It could have just been one person posing as two, but it's just a scam. It was just a scam. And it just really made me mad. It just really made me mad. And discernment is the word. Discernment is what I do pray for, to be knowledgeable about knowing what I'm seeing and knowing how I'm being communicated to. In this day and age where this AI is getting good. It's getting good. And I'm starting to use some AI. Matter of fact, I use AI for this thumbnail. All right. Shout out to Video IQ. Video IQ has helped me grow my channel. Got over 1.4 million views on my channel. That's pretty good. That's pretty good fires for me as long as I've been doing that. But I was able to use a couple pictures myself, put it into Video IQ, and it helped generate that thumbnail that you see on this video. And if you haven't used Video IQ, you can use my link. I am an affiliate. You can use my link and get a discount on your monthly rate. But anywho, AI is getting so good, and people who are using it are getting very good. And I want to get good at the visual part of AI, right? But take a scammer who's a proficient scammer and you blend AI with that, man, that's gonna that's gonna really be bad if you don't have any discernment. If I don't have any discernment, if you don't have any discernment to understand what it is that you are looking at and what is being communicated with you. Even when I was looking at the letterhead, how they emailed me the letterhead of, you know, this is Sweet Harvest Foods or whatever, it looked spot on. It looked spot on. Everything was spot on. But still, man, it all came down to that bounced email. I was told to do one thing and did something else. I was told to send it through Microsoft Teams, and I didn't do that. I sent it through email because I always want a track record, at least of that. And it bounced back. So I thank God for that. I didn't get anything taken from me other than just time. And time is so precious. All right, we're at 1 mile, 24 minutes. Time is just so precious, and we got to spend time to be a little bit more just cautious, man. We're in a trust recession. I've been listening to just a lot of information, and the current state that we're in a trust recession. You know, our trust is down. on who to trust, what to trust. Are we looking at what we're supposed to be looking at? What are we looking at? Can I trust what I'm looking at? I seen a video earlier today. It looked like a dog was trying to bite a little kid in the airport. It looked so real. But you know how it is when you see a video, you go right to the comment section and somebody put, it's like, this is AI. Pay attention to this red shirt in the background. This person had a red shirt on, it changed colors. But it looked very authentic. It looked very authentic. So, oh my gosh, it's trust. You know, who can you trust? I understand the information that's out there right now. You want to make sure it's coming from a trusted source. You want to make sure it's coming from a trusted source who you've encountered with before, one way or another, and just doing your research, word of mouth, you know, referrals, and everything like that. And since we are in this trust recession, I begin to question my trust and my level. How much do you trust me? How much do you trust that I can provide you what it is that you're looking for? And have I been doing a good job at it or not? I've been looking at my subscribers jump up for the past couple days, and shout out to all my new subscribers. And if you're new to these type of lives, these are subscribers only. I understand we got members only where people pay, and if you want to do that, that's cool. But whatever happened to the casual viewer? You know, where it's like, I don't want to buy anything, I'm already purchasing something. That's cool. This is for you. Where it's just you as my subscriber, and we're live. You can ask me questions, and hopefully if I see it, I can answer it. I seen a couple people write something earlier in here, but I don't know how that timed out. This is a little different, but this is what we're here for. This is what I'm here for. Hopefully I can answer some questions. Hopefully I can provide some content for you that is trustworthy, that you deem as trustworthy, because everybody's lying. So many people lying. There's so many people just not telling the truth and trying to scam you out of any and everything. Anywhere from these diet fads to jobs, you know. And I'm trying to do the best that I can, you know, try to create content when I can, trying to create the right content. And the right content is just how I feel at the time. You know, a couple days ago, I put up a bench press video, and I'm at Gold's Gym where I was at work, and I'm like, man, let me pull the camera out and let me record something. And the video got a couple thousand views. Now, on times when I'm actually concentrating to put out something, I don't hardly get any views. But that's the ups and downs of YouTube. But I'm thankful for it because it's an outlet. I'm thankful for that you at least take time out to hear what it is that I'm saying and hear my story. And hopefully you can have your awareness raised and also your discernment. Also your discernment, and just pray for discernment. You know, pray for discernment so you can be aware and you're not deceived. You are not deceived. And in this day and age, gotta just be so careful. You gotta be more aware of what's going on. First thing I see, well, one of the first things I see when I open social media is just discourse. It's a lot of discourse, a lot of arguing. And a lot of times they're arguing over something that's not even real. It's not even true. You know, there's something about commenting on a post and that post doesn't have a trusted source of where it came from. It's like, what's the source? You know, and people just commented on it left and right. It's like, you didn't even verify that was true. And you let your emotions get so high, you start commenting on something that's not even true, and or it may not be true. It may be true, but it may not be. But that 50-50 thing, you end up in a situation like I was. But the only thing I lost was time. And speaking of time, it has been 30 minutes So 30-minute walk on the treadmill after dealing with plantar fasciitis for probably about a year. I started switching my shoes during the day or different parts, different times of the day. And that's been helping out. That's been helping me out as far as to alleviate that pain or that discomfort. I still have it. Like I'm gonna have it later on today. I already know because I ran yesterday. I'm actually getting to a point where I can run again. I can jog again. I'm feeling good and feeling good. Try to get my mind right. Trying to get my mind back on track and just get back on the grind. Bills are still due. You see that light that's in the background? See this phone that I'm able to broadcast live with? Everything costs. And so I have different things to try to get a little bit of extra change. And if you could, go to successfitnessstore.com and get your more coffee cup. And look, most people have a clean cup of everything. This cup has been used. I use my stuff. I use it. I've had this cup for probably about 3 years. I had this cup for about 3 years. Still got some coffee in here. Once it get cold, I don't like that. Also, a way to support, get your Breather Fit device that helps you breathe a lot better. As you saw, I was able to walk on the incline and talk without losing my breath. This helped. So use my code FitBreathe in the description to get 20% off. Get 20% off as far as there. Also, if you look in the description, if you looking to get some purified water, you got a purified water filter, also a water bottle. You may not see it here as far as what I'm using, but I'm gonna hook the videos up into the links and all that kind of stuff. Setting up a live takes time. It takes up a lot of more time. And I wish YouTube, since they hear and look at everything, is to fix that. I try to go live, and it just takes a lot of time, because I want subscribers only. I want subscribers only to be in these videos or to be the only ones to comment. And YouTube doesn't do a good job at allowing that setting to be prevalent on mobile. And I don't understand why, since they encourage live video so much. But anyway, in closing, discernment. Please be aware of what you're looking at. Please be aware of what you're putting out just as well too. You know what I mean? And give transparency. Let people know, hey, this is fake, this is real, or whatever. And you should be able to, in theory, discern between something fake and something real. I've been doing videos I've been creating videos since 2013. And I've tried to be as real as I can. There's sometimes when you get on the camera, you put on just for the camera, because you don't know. It's like, okay, you're trying to be perfect, you're trying to be right. And that was me probably about 2013 to 2017. And then eventually I just started to become just more natural. Going live has helped me become more natural. This is me in my element. In reality, no cuts, no jump cuts, no fancy editing or anything like that. And YouTube is a journey, man. Putting yourself out there as whatever it is that you're doing. But as far as for me in this fitness world, you've seen me at, what would I would say? I like to use the word skinniest, but I've been more in shape than what I have been right now. And you've watched me gain the weight back. You've seen me lose the weight. You've seen me gain it back. This is as real as it's gonna get. This is as real because this is my life. This is what's going on, and I try to come on YouTube to be more transparent from the standpoint of, you can call it motivation or inspiration or just information, whatever category you want to put me in, so be it. But one thing that I've always been is authentic and real, and I didn't ever want to be somebody fake coming on YouTube like that. Like I've seen things. I've worked out with people. I've done videos with people, and here I am thinking, I'm like, okay, you're taking a video of your actual workout, and they don't. It's just, hey, I'm gonna just record this for the gram, and then that's just it. Everybody's different. I'm learning that. But one thing I have been is, or I try to be, is authentic and real. And that way you don't have to think, oh, okay, is Christian being real? Or is it being fake? When you see me, you see me. When you don't, you don't. And that is me being real, because there are times when I feel like talking. There are times where I don't feel like talking. You already know how it is. If you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. And after that phishing / scam on Indeed, I didn't feel like talking. And on top of that, beforehand, this just happened maybe like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I just looked right before I started here, the 23rd of May. I honestly do not know where 2 months went by. Just like I didn't know it had been that long. So if I would have waited a couple more days, it'd been 3 months since I went live. And I think I was going live maybe about once a week, maybe about twice a week. So I'm trying to get back to there. It's just a lot to kind of keep up with. And a lot of times when I want to go live, it's just when I want to go live right then and there. I don't like going live on Instagram or anything like that, because it just goes nowhere. I'd rather go live here on YouTube. And the way how I want to go live, they don't have that set up just yet. So it takes a little bit more time. And my time is precious. And I want to make sure I'm utilizing my time to the fullest extent. But I want to make sure you are utilizing your time to the fullest extent. And be sure to have some type of discernment. Pray for discernment, and just be aware of what you're looking at. Question everything. Question everything, because this is in the age of deception. The Decepticons are in power right now. The scammers are in power right now. And we just have to be diligent. So if you've had any stories like this, just let me know in the comment section, and whatever other subjects you want me to cover. There is so much stuff that just was released maybe like today. Like there's a shrimp recall from Walmart. I know a lot of you all eat shrimp, and it's a good source of protein, lean protein, and shoot, that's getting a recall. So who can you trust nowadays? You can't even trust shrimp nowadays, man. Not to say you should trust shrimp. I'm just saying just in general, like the food supply, everything's getting crazy. But this has been beautiful. Thank you for watching, and please support. Until next time, peace out.